This is where I have tweezers that are going to be really helpful. And like, even though I want this to curl eventually, I want this leaf to curl right now, I like, if it's sticking straight up, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I just want it to, I want it to adhere, really, is kind of the big thing. But I do want to make sure that I curl it, or like bend it in half before I'm curling it. All right, so I want this bend first and foremost. This would be so hard to do if it's already attached. All right, and then after that, I go ahead and kind of curl it. And then we will glue it on the other side. So putting glue here. Got my tweezers out, and I'm gonna figure out, ooh, there it goes. Right. Yay, okay. So I think what we're gonna start doing at Unstationary, which is pretty much the company that makes these little paper craft kits, we're gonna start doing live classes. We had a little bit of live classes, but they didn't really work in that the times that was offered didn't really work with the times that people had, and that's just because of like conflicting schedules. So what we're going to do is we're going to start offering classes for people for like groups of 10. So it was really cool. We were talking to an AIGA chapter that was looking for things to like continue to do to stay connected with their members, and doing this like virtual workshop with everybody. So it's a Zoom call is what I do. So I host a Zoom call, and you know, everybody has the kit shipped out to their houses, and then everybody just starts like talking to each other, and then every once in a while I'll like jump in and say, okay, hey, this is what we're doing, and I really try to get to know everybody's name so I can ask them like individually, like, where are you at and how you're going. And since everyone is generally, I've only had one person do the workshop, and they didn't share their video, so I wasn't really able to help them very much. But I mean, like, so I couldn't like see what they were doing. All right, so I used my tweezers, but now I'm going to just do my dowel rod, because sometimes that's just a lot easier. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and start bending these down. The good news is that over time they will relax as well, but isn't that the cutest thing? All right, cool. And I have another yellow one. Now, if I was thinking this through and talking less, I would not put my yellow one right next to my yellow one. I would have like moved it over, but that's okay. So anyway, while I'm doing this, if you guys have any questions about paper stuff, or just like, you know, want to share about your day, I am definitely here, and I want to hear about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue this. I mean, dowel rods in papercraft is so underrated. I use them all the time, especially since you can get them in different diameters, and so it's just really nice. All right. All right, so that is just tote. Okay, cool. So now we have these to go ahead and put on, and I'm going to go ahead and move these because you can't see those either. Okay, cool. Okay, all right, so I'm definitely going to stay far away from, I mean, I guess that could be kind of cool to do like a Cruella de Vil, where it's like I have all the yellow on one side and all the blue on the other side. I could totally do that if I wanted to. But we're not going to do that today. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue. I'm going to get my dowel rod. Perfect. Again, I'm not gonna really like shape it right now. I just kind of want to glue it in place. The only thing that I'm really gonna be like thoughtful about right now is making sure that I curl it. Okay, and I'm gonna do this on this side because I already have the light blue there. So I'm gonna balance it out a little bit. Granted, I didn't really do that very well with my yellows, but live and learn, friends. Okay. Very cool. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to get my dark blue in there. All right, that sand is doing a good job. Okay, and now I'm going to do the blue, the dark blue right here. I think that's going to work really great. So again, I'm going to put glue on that inside stem. I'm going to hold it. I know some of you guys are still in snow. I'm so sorry. We didn't see snow at all this year. So, since we're in South Georgia, so yeah, we have to travel to see snow for the most part. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm starting to like style that down a little bit. I have a little guy left, so I'm gonna go ahead and maybe that will be the name of the game where I do 2 yellow, then the opposite, because if I could do 2 blue and the opposite, that kind of matches. So I have like a pattern going. So that just seems like the right way to go about it. Now, I mean, there quite literally is, I mean, like this little guy, I mean, I went yellow, yellow, blue, blue, orange, orange. Like I very much just kept this as balanced as possible. So, I mean, I think that's the fun of it, is that it's never going to be the same, even if it's the same person who's putting it together. Because believe me, I've put together 50,000 of these, and not one looks the same. Because it kind of depends upon how I was inspired that day. Oh, I love my little curve in my little palm tree. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Crossing over the hole. And if you do your very last leaf like that, it will end up covering the hole really super nicely. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and going to take, let's see, what color do I want to use? Yellow? There's just a lot of yellow. Maybe the blue? I mean, I had the blue. The blue kind of looked nice. Oops. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to do the blue. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on the outside, and I'm going to push it in with my dowel rod. I'm going to curl it in. All right, cool. And now I'm going to do another one. And this time I'm going to try to I'm going to like go over that leaf if I can. Like kind of crisscross them. And so like what I think I'm going to do too is I'm going to put a little glue on the yellow and glue that navy one down onto it. So again, I don't know if you saw how like fast that grabbed and then it just ungrabbed. But like quite literally all I had to do was push it down and it just stayed so easily. Okay. And so now I can do another one like on top if I want to do that. Or if I wanted to, I don't don't know if I even want to, honestly. And this blue leaf is being way more stubborn than it should. I think I kind of like it, honestly. Sometimes you can just put too much. Yeah, I think I might do a little guy. Yeah. But maybe I should do it, maybe I should do him yellow. Because I feel if I do that blue. So I just kind of changed it on my finger right there. Yeah. All right, cool. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to put a little glue. And then I'm going to stick it right in there. Again, I'm going to use my dowel rod to kind of shape where this needs to go. And hold it down. Create that pressure. One of the words that I say all the time is anchor point, not anchor, not like not like copious amounts of like grass and land. I mean like anchor. So whenever you're gluing something, you need that point that's steadfast. So then from there you can move forward. So as you guys can see, my palm tree, because the way that it's constructed, can move, which is nice, but it is also one of those things where it does create some instability issues depending upon where the weight is. And so, but it works really well with our life lesson. So every single time we do a paper craft, we come up with a life lesson. And one of the life lessons for the palm tree is how flexible it is. That in South Georgia, we have copious amounts of, sorry, I didn't like dry my hair or anything. I just let it dry on its own and figured we'll see what it does today. Because, you know, quarantine life, this is my excitement here, is to see like how many times can I not do my hair and it just be like cute naturally. Anyway, so with these trees in South Georgia, we have a lot of hurricanes. We have a lot of oaks, but we also have palm trees. And what I've learned in doing the research for palm trees is that they are so flexible and that they can bend up to 40 degrees without breaking. Whereas oaks, they're super, super strong, but if you get the wind, like they'll break. And so in the storms of life, which ones do we need to be? Do we need to be the flexible ones or the strong ones? And I argue that we need to be the flexible ones because there's the ones that survive. We think we need to be strong. And strong is good, but flexibility is definitely a strength. And so that's why I really like the way that this particular palm tree, the way that they are constructed, in that they are flexible. You can move them after you put them together. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know it was definitely a lot shorter stream than normal. Normally this is a full hour, but again, this is the easiest thing in the shop to put together. It only takes like 30 to 40 minutes, and I was sitting here gabbing the whole time. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here at 1 o'clock again. And I think tomorrow I'm going to be designing a personal logo. So, and when I mean design, I'm making it out of paper. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.